Well, here's a perfect example of life not going according to plan. I published next week's episode a week too early. So if you heard episode 131 before I was able to switch it out, you got an exclusive sneak peek for next week. But for today, Sunday's deep dive, I'm replaying a fan favorite, episode 118, When Life's Timing Feels Unfair, which is actually fitting. Let's consider this the universe's way of making sure you hear this message when you need it the most right before the holiday chaos begins. If you're feeling pulled in different directions this week or frustrated that life never seems to cooperate with your plans, this episode is for you. So without further ado, episode 118, When Life's Timing is Unfair. This was supposed to be the year. Maybe it's your child's senior year of high school, the year you've been looking forward to with college visits and savoring those last precious moments before they leave home. Or maybe your kid is returning back to school and finally you have time to focus on yourself. Whatever the milestone or timing, you had plans. You had excitement. You had a vision of how this year was going to unfold. And then life happened. Your aging parents' health took a turn. Suddenly, instead of researching colleges, you're researching memory care facilities. One moment, you're volunteering for school events. The next, you're on hold with insurance companies about medical equipment. If this sounds like your reality now, you're not alone, and it's completely okay to be angry and upset about it. Welcome to the Mindful Midlife Mom podcast, helping mentally exhausted moms carrying the weight of raising kids and aging parents find calm in the chaos and reclaim themselves while caring for everyone else. I'm your host, Valerie, a mom of two, and living part-time with my mom as we take care of my aging father, and a mindfulness enthusiast navigating the crazy life changes of midlife. In today's episode, you'll discover why it's completely normal to feel frustrated when life disrupts your plans, especially during your child's milestone year. You'll learn a powerful journal technique that lets you express those ugly feelings without guilt, and you'll practice empowering mantras that remind you of your resilience and strength when life feels deeply unfair. Let's dive in. Let me start by saying something that might sound harsh but needs to be said. Life doesn't care about your timeline. It doesn't care that it's your child's senior year. It doesn't care that you've been planning the celebration for months. It doesn't care that this is the worst possible timing for a family crisis. And you know what? It's completely normal to feel angry and upset about that. You had a plan. Instead, your reality looks like this. Researching assisted living options, coordinating physical therapy appointments. You're supposed to be excited about your child's last year of high school, but you can't because you're inundated with taking care of your aging parents' needs. The financial stress is real too. Do you pay for a senior trip or weekly housekeeping for your parents? Do you put money away for graduation celebrations or invest in renovating the family home to be put up for sale? These shouldn't be an either-or decisions, but here you are, making impossible choices. And then, as if the situation isn't hard enough, your inner critic starts with the shoulds. You should be grateful that your parent or parents are still alive. You should be able to handle both things gracefully. You should stop feeling sorry for yourself and just deal with it. I know these thoughts all too well. When my dad's health started declining during what should have been an exciting time for our family, my youngest was entering her senior year of high school and my eldest was in college. It was supposed to be a time to support my daughter with her final year of high school, and I was looking forward to pouring more energy and time into my passion projects. But life had other plans, like moving my father into an assisted living home and supporting my mom with the sale of our family home. I wasn't entering an empty nest era. I was entering the sandwich generation, splitting my time, energy, and focus between kids and aging parents. It was a shocking and confusing time. I kept thinking, why now? Why did this have to happen this year? But the following thoughts would be, you should be grateful to have the flexibility in your schedule to help your mom. You should make this all work out, and that's just the way it is. But here's the thing, those shoulds are dangerous. They're not helping you cope. They're pushing your real feelings underground, where they will turn into bitterness and resentment. The truth is, you're allowed to be disappointed. You're allowed to grieve the year that you thought you were going to have. You're allowed to feel angry that life's timing is so incredibly unfair. These feelings don't make you selfish or ungrateful. They make you human. When we bottle up these emotions because we think we should be handling things better, we're setting ourselves up for a long-term resentment. The anger doesn't disappear. It just goes underground and comes out sideways later, often toward people we're trying to care for. So instead of pushing those feelings down, I want to give you permission to feel them fully and express them honestly. There's incredible power in saying, this really sucks and I'm angry about it. But we're going to do more than just say it. We're also going to write it down. Because there's a difference between acknowledging your feelings and staying stuck in them. Instead, we're going to acknowledge the anger, validate the disappointment, and then use the honest expression as a starting point for reclaiming your power. If you're new to journaling, don't worry, I've got you. I think one of the hardest parts of journaling is just getting started. So today I'm going to give you 4 writing prompts to help you get those feelings and thoughts out right away. If you're already a journaler, fantastic. You already know how cathartic it can be to get your emotions out and thoughts onto paper. For me, once I release these thoughts and feelings on paper, I immediately feel lighter. Like the heavy weight of those thoughts begins to melt away as soon as it hits the page. But today's journal prompts may be a little different than what you normally write down. We aren't just going to stop at releasing those thoughts. We're going to come up with a plan on how to deal with them. Think of this entry as part therapy, part strategy session. You can do this right now if you have a paper and pen handy, or you can pause this episode and come back to it when you have a few minutes to write. Either way works perfectly. Now, I have to warn you, the first 2 prompts aren't polished or pretty. They're pretty direct, and I encourage you to let it all out. Don't hold back. Empty out everything you're thinking and feeling. So, ready? Here we go. Prompt number 1. This sucks because. This is where you get completely honest about what's hard right now. No sugarcoating, no trying to figure, no trying to find the silver lining, just raw truth about what is difficult and what sucks. Prompt number 2, you're going to write out, I am upset and angry because. Now, this is your chance to get really specific about your feelings and what is triggering your anger or making you upset. Now that we got those 2 very raw and ugly prompts out of the way, now the following 2 prompts are designed to help you reclaim your power and move forward. Prompt number 3, you're going to write down, what won't you let the situation take from you? What won't you let it define? And lastly, writing prompt number 4, instead I will. How will you choose to respond? What action will you take? How will you move forward? I think there's something incredibly cathartic when you're able to unload all of your pent-up negative thoughts. But when you come up with a plan of action, you're not allowing those thoughts to be the end-all be-all. You're rewriting the next steps, the future outcomes to help achieve balance. Yes, you're allowed to have moments of questioning the unfairness of life, to be upset and feel disappointed, but you're also capable of moving through those feelings toward action and empowerment. You can take a moment now to write these down and fill them in, or bookmark this section so you can come back to it later, whatever works for you. So whether you've just completed the writing exercise or you're planning to come back to it, let's move into the next part of this mindfulness practice. Empowering mantras that remind you of your incredible strength during moments of disruption. Find a comfortable position and take a deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale all the air out. I'm going to share some mantras that acknowledge your resilient and unbreakable spirit. Listen first, and then we'll repeat them together. I am unbreakable. I am unbreakable. I will not let this disruption break me. I will not let this disruption break me. I am resourceful. I am resourceful. I will find a way through this. I will find a way through this. I am resilient. I am resilient. I can hold joy and sorrow at the same time. I can hold joy and sorrow at the same time. Now, I want you to visualize yourself 1 year from now. See yourself having navigated through this challenging season. Your child has celebrated their milestone. Maybe they've graduated. Maybe they've started a new adventure. Your parents' care is more stable, more manageable. You're looking back on this difficult time, not with bitterness, but with pride in how strong you were, how well you were able to handle this life disruption. I want you to imagine this in full color. I'll give you a moment to visualize this scene. Now take a deep breath in through your nose and let all the air out. We're going to slowly return to this current moment, carrying the sense of your own unbreakable strength with you. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes if you have them closed. And if it feels comfortable to you, place your hand over your heart and seal this moment with self-love and care. I hope what you've learned today gives you permission to feel all the feelings that come up with life's terrible timing, while also remembering just how strong you really are. Whenever you feel that surge of anger or disappointment about life's unfair timing, use the journal technique. Get the feelings out honestly. Then remind yourself with one of these empowering mantras that this disruption will not break you. This disruption is temporary, but the lessons in resilience will last a lifetime. If you know another mom dealing with this terrible timing, maybe her parents' crisis is happening during her child's wedding planning or during college tours, share this episode with her. Thank you for spending this time and space with me. Every moment you dedicate being mindful is a step towards a more fulfilled and vibrant life. Keep embracing your midlife journey with an open heart, and remember, you're not alone in this. I look forward to our next mindful gathering. I'll talk to you soon. This was supposed to be the year. Maybe it's your child's senior year of high school, the year you've been looking forward to with college visits and savoring those last precious moments before they leave home. Or maybe they're returning back to college and finally you have time to work on whatever you want. Or maybe they're just returning back to school and finally you have time to work on whatever you want. Whatever the milestone you had plans, You had excitement. You had a vision of how this year would unfold. And then life happened. Your aging parents' health took a turn. Suddenly, instead of researching colleges, you're researching memory care facilities. One moment you're helping your child with college applications, the next you're on hold with insurance companies about medical equipment. If this sounds like your reality right now, you're not alone, and it's completely okay to be angry and upset about it. Hold on. This was supposed to be the year. Maybe it's your child's senior year of high school, the year you've been looking forward to with college visits and savoring those last precious moments before they head home, before they leave home. Or maybe they're returning back to college and finally you have time to work on whatever you want. Or maybe they're just returning back to school and finally you have time to work on whatever you want. Whatever the milestone, you had plans. You had excitement. You had a vision of how this year would unfold. And then life happened. Your aging parents' health took a turn. Suddenly, instead of researching colleges, you're researching memory care facilities. One moment you're helping your child with college applications, the next you're on hold with insurance companies about medical equipment. If this sounds like your reality right now, you're not alone, and it's completely okay to be angry and upset about it. Hold on. This was supposed to be the year. Maybe it's your child's senior year of high school, the year you've been looking forward to with college visits and savoring those last precious moments before they head home, before they leave home. Or maybe they're returning back to college and finally you have time to work on whatever you want. Or maybe they're just returning back to school and finally you have time to work on whatever you want. Whatever the milestone, you had plans. You had excitement. You had a vision of how this year would unfold. And then life happened. Your aging parents' health took a turn. Suddenly, instead of researching colleges, you're researching memory care facilities. One moment you're helping your child with college applications, the next you're on hold with insurance companies about medical equipment. If this sounds like your reality right now, you're not alone, and it's completely okay to be angry and upset about it. Hold on. Before you go, I want to remind you that I'm not a licensed therapist, a counselor, or a medical professional. Everything I share on this podcast comes from my own personal experience navigating the sandwich generation and my own journey with mindfulness practices. This content is for educational and inspirational purposes only and shouldn't be considered medical or mental health advice. If you're experiencing persistent mental health symptoms, thoughts of self-harm, or anything that's significantly interfering with your daily life, please reach out to a qualified mental health professional or your healthcare provider. They can give you the proper support and guidance you deserve. I'm simply a friend sharing what's worked for me as I navigate the crazy life changes of midlife, hoping it might help you too. Trust your instincts and always prioritize getting professional help whenever you need it.